Hey guys, it's Mariana, and today I'm going to be reviewing The Gift. The Gift is hands down the movie that you should see this weekend instead of the Fantastic Four. I was going to see the Fantastic Four, but then I started seeing the earlier reviews coming in, and I realized that the Fantastic Four was not going to happen. So The Gift was a movie that really surprised me. I have to say, I did not expect it to be as good as it was just based on the trailers, which once again tells you that the trailers aren't something you should trust these days. The Gift is written and directed by Joel Edgerton, and this is his feature film directorial debut, which is really impressive. And he also stars in this movie along with Rebecca Hall and Jason Bateman. This is a very quiet, smart psychological thriller, and this is not the kind of story you see often. Like I said, I was really surprised by it because it actually kept me guessing. This was so refreshing to see. I really don't want to tell you too much about the plot, but the premise is Simon and Robin, played by Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall, move from Chicago to California. They are trying to start a family. Simon has a new job, they are settling in, they're buying a new house, and as they're shopping for some home stuff, they run into Gordo, who is played by Joel Edgerton. He is Simon's former high school classmate, and you can just tell right away that there's something off about this guy. He is kind of socially awkward. He keeps showing up at their house with gifts. He seems like he means well, but he's kind of uninvited, and you can just tell he's creepy. That's kind of all I want to tell you about the plot, and even though it may sound like your typical stalker mystery thriller type of film, it really isn't. There really is a lot of originality to it, in my opinion. From the first minutes of this movie, you can tell that there is more to these three main characters than meets the eye, and the movie slowly gives you hints and subtle clues about their past and about their personalities, and when you get the whole picture, it all makes sense, which is wonderful to see in a film. And the overall theme here is how something that somebody says or how an idea can really mess with a person. This doesn't just have to do with one character in particular, but it also shows you how a doubt or something from the past can really affect the present and how it can mess with a relationship between two people, how it can make you see a certain person in a different way. And that is one of the main reasons that I really enjoyed this movie, because it wasn't just a thriller. It offers an interesting psychological layer, and because this movie is subtle about it, you have a lot to think about and a lot to analyze, and as you're watching it, you're kind of in the shoes of one of the characters trying to understand what really is going on. All three of the lead actors deliver really impressive performances, and like I said, you can tell right away that there is stuff going on under the surface. Rebecca Hall is perfect for this role, and you can really see that she has gone through something just in her small facial expressions or in a way that she talks and the way that she carries herself. Joel Edgerton is also perfect for his role, and he doesn't play this as a typical caricature of a creeper. You don't even know right away if you should dislike him or not, because you are looking at him and you're thinking, well, maybe he's just a guy down on his luck and he's socially awkward and maybe he's actually fine. You don't know. You don't know who to root for in this movie. And then Jason Bateman, my God, I forgot that I was watching Jason Bateman, which is always a good thing because this is a role that I've never seen him in, and he definitely shows a different side of himself in this movie, which is really fascinating to watch. The film overall has a great look to it as well, which definitely fits the tone and the mood of the story. It's shot very effectively, and this may seem like a kind of a random comment, but I really enjoyed the use of surfaces in this film, particularly reflective surfaces. If you saw the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. There are very few things about The Gift that I didn't like as much. There are a couple of jump scares that I thought that it could have done without, but at the same time, they're not stupid jump scares. There are jump scares that kind of make sense within the movie, within the scene, and there are also some things that are pretty obvious as to where they're going. Once again, they're small details. It's kind of like someone does something or says something and you just know that this is going to have an effect on the story 10 minutes later. But those are really small details that don't really detract from the quality of the film too much, and I have to say I really enjoyed watching The Gift. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 stars, and I definitely think you should check it out in theaters and support this movie and let movie makers know that this is the kind of movie that we want to see, because it will slowly build the atmosphere of terror, and it is just kind of progressively unsettling. And if you have seen it, I would love to talk to you in the comments below, because there are some discussions to be had about that ending. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you've seen this movie and what did you think of it. Just make sure to give some spoiler warnings if you have seen it and if you're talking about spoilery stuff. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I would really appreciate that. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!